Hey everyone, the virtual investor here. And today I want to get into the truth about real estate investing. And when I say truth about real estate investing, we're going to talk about the facts about how difficult it is, the barrier of entries, why more people don't do it, and some numbers in real estate. Would you expect that real estate has a 95% failure rate, people investing in real estate? It's just the same as owning a pizza shop or a restaurant. They all have high fail rates, very difficult businesses. But 90% of the world's millionaires are made millionaires by real estate. And 40% of the world's millionaires are mostly into investing real estate. So those are some numbers for you. But why do more people not do it? Well, it is difficult in some respects and depends on what kind of method you want to take for acquisitions, for dispositions. And the truth be told, the most important part is trying to evaluate a deal, figure out the numbers. That's the most important part for anybody who has zero experience, as somebody who has 30 years of experience, has been doing it for a real long time. And it's not a perfect science. You're looking for ballpark numbers that are solid, right? So you want to be able to know that a particular 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,500 square foot property that you're picking up for 150 can sell for 2.25 and only needs 10,000 in repairs. So you need quantifiable data to let you know that. And best method that our students and what we use, besides the information from realtors, the agents give us realtor comps are the best, but we use Zillow as well. We also use Redfin and whatever else has good data in that particular market. But Zillow is the best for being able to really kind of see location and really compare and break it down. So that's the most important part. And why do so many people fail? Well, a lot of times people don't want to put the work in to find these deals. A lot of people are scared to talk to people. And if you don't want to go in where direct mail, where you're going to be dealing with sellers. You want to go into something like what we teach, where you're buying online auctions, where you don't have to deal with a seller. Everything's everything's on the computer, and maybe calling an agent to verify information, but you're not trying to convince them to buy it at a certain price. You're just either win the bid or you don't. Simple as that. So a lot of people are turned off by that because they have to deal with people. They have to negotiate. They have to go out. If they're working full time, they have to go out and meet with the seller, agree to terms, get them under contract. And then think about this. This is not easy either. So if they're living in there, you have to find out ways to bring your potential buyers into the property and show it, which is not easy when you're navigating a family that has multiple kids, work, sports schedule, all those kind of things. So you have to really set parameters, and you have to get systems and everything all organized to be able to do the direct to seller and be successful at. That's why there's 95% fail rate. Probably got a far less fail rate with the method we teach because it is less personal. It is more simple business, pushing paperwork around. You're really just evaluating deals. That's the biggest thing. You're looking at properties, evaluating what the value is of it after repair and as is. So a little simpler. You're dealing with maybe negotiations slightly with the banks if they counter your high bid and say your high bid was 115, but they're looking for 135. They're going to counter you, and sometimes you get that back and forth. Usually I try to stick to my number and I try not to go higher, and I win enough of those where it makes sense. Go for the low-lying fruit. So this is what determines what you're going to be successful or not, is how much time and energy you want to put into finding deals. Whether you're going on Zillow, I could literally go on Zillow in certain markets and find a deal, and it's not that hard. Now, if it's a for sale by owner, there's going to be some negotiations there. It's not going to be as easy as it will me just submitting a bid that's an REO there, bank REO, that's vacant property, much different. So the barrier of entry is part of the reason that there's a pretty high failure rate. And I shouldn't say barrier of entry, that's a really bad term there. How difficult it is in dealing with these people make it really difficult to be successful long term with it. A lot of times people get burned out. And if you're doing rehabs, you are going to get burned out dealing with contractors, dealing with townships, permits, putting everything over the gate. It's all logistics when it comes to that. And then the time. So you might have a great deal, 150,000 that you're putting 25,000 in, that's worth 250. But this project was supposed to take 2 months. Instead, it took 8 months, and your holding cost ate up a big majority of your profit. Hence, failure, right? You went from maybe making 30,000 to making 5 or 10, and had a lot of time and energy into it. So it turns people off, and a lot of people quit because of that. So that's the cold hard truth of it. There's a million different factors as to why people wash out and why more people don't get involved in real estate. It's like any business, it has its ups and downs. I love it for lifestyle. I can do it from anywhere. I can invest anywhere. I can pick different markets I want to be in. I don't have to deal with local governments if I don't want to. And there's certain things I don't have to deal with certain states if I don't want to. So there's a lot of bonuses to real estate that you don't always get with other businesses, because you're still looking. If you're in a retail business, you're going to have to deal with customers. If you're in a wholesale business, you're still going to have customers. So you're always going to have to deal with people to some extent or another. But that's probably the biggest reason for failure is people don't stick to it. They don't write what they did right down and what they did incorrectly down and make corrections quick enough. And they feel maybe it's just too risky. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next video.